Welcome back to Eden Zero Anime Review, Episode 18. This being the 18th episode of the series, Words Will Give You Strength. That's the name of the episode. This one kind of finishes up the Median arc. It goes to finishes up chapter 45. It goes to 46, 47, and it ups most of chapter 48 except for about a few pages. Yeah, it adapts for 48, adapts for 14 pages, and the last page of the chapter. Yeah, there probably is a reason for that. They probably adapted for the next one. So, picking up where we left off last week, where we had to start with this Median Coliseum battle. And each of the four, it would be 4 rounds. Of course, they mentioned this after Shiki, basically, where you have the members fighting against various opponents. And Shiki's up first, because he's the start of the series, and he's the captain of the crew. So, he fights, he takes off his jacket that he's wearing, and takes the scarf in his hands and fights for his opponent, which is basically a robot, which he easily defeats in one punch. I don't know if that's a play on One Punch Man. I think that's quite hilarious, the fact that we have a play on One Punch Man. Like, oh, you defeated him in one punch. Okay. Rebecca's turn. And her opponent is a B-Cuber, just like herself. Except he's a boxer, and he's also a pervert. Yep. Where, like, you think about... And, of course, she asks, like, can I use Happy? Can we use your pair? And, of course, Genova is like, that's fine. No problem. And, of course, Happy transforms into the 2 guns that she's got. And, of course, they fire at her. Goes for ether bullets. And they don't work, but she does fire his gloves off, which fire bullets, which also include letting off slime. And this is where I identified this guy as a pervert. The fact he uses a slime that I have seen in a few different anime. Also, 2 I can think of are now on my smartphone. The only one I can think of aside from that one is How Not to Summon Demon Lord. It's a slime that melts clothing. Yep, the luck of doesn't finish. So, she defeats him by kicking him in the head. Oh, and by the way, everybody except for Whis fights barefoot. For reasons. Don't know why. Actually, no, they took a huge prior to that. Yep. But that was pretty quick, so basically almost like a Lucy kick from Fairy Tail. I think that's a nod to Fairy Tail for that one. And you have Whis take on this big, humongous guy who apparently is like a... Oh, by the way, the B-Cuber, he's a flyweight champion. Yes, flyweight. And Whis points out, this guy looks weak. Really weak. Oh my gosh, this guy is super weak. Okay, the person who... It's Edna. He is a... Oh, here's the name of the 4 people. You have Metabogi, Flacker that's the B-Cuber, and Highway Edna. He only appeared just for a single episode, and that's it for him. He is basically he's kind of like a speed martial arts. And of course, Whis cheats to beat the guy. How? Using Pino's EMP to try off his ether gear, and then he proceeds to kick him multiple times and declare the winner. Last one is Homura versus Valkyrie, but not Valkyrie. Excuse me, this is a replica of her. And this is the only one that doesn't last for like a minute or 2. This is a really lengthy battle. Yeah, the first few battles, like in the case of like Rebecca versus the Fleetweight Champion, that lasts for a few minutes. In the case of Shiki, his was like barely 30 seconds. Whis is like a minute. In the case of Homura, this lasts for several minutes, and there's even a flashback of her meeting Valkyrie in a flashback, where apparently the home planet where she comes from looks like a version of basically of the feudal era Japan, even dressed in the same clothing. Or it looks like she's about to be, I don't know, killed, or something happened with these three very dangerous guys, where Valkyrie comes behind and basically slices him up, and she has trouble talking. Now, they do have a small, like, little change here. She's definitely bruised up in the anime, but in the manga, she has, like, a streak of blood coming down the side of her head, which, for some reason, they decided to move that from the anime. Like, okay, they've shown blood before in this series. Why the heck would they move that for? That just makes no frickin' sense at all. It's a minor thing. It's a minor gripe I have with this episode, moving one thing of blood. So... and of course, she has trouble talking. Of course, she usually does some more. And then apparently, that's when she took over as a student. This backstory would be interesting to explore, probably in a miniseries spin-off. Homura training with Valkyrie. This might be interesting. Maybe like for like a miniseries. And after a lengthy battle, she's able to actually defeat thanks to a couple moves that apparently Valkyrie never taught her. And it turns out this technically isn't a replica of Valkyrie, because according to Zenomi, she says that basically making a duplicate of this particular robot, this android, is actually too difficult due to the extensive materials we used to make the original Valkyrie. So they win. Oh, yeah, and they realize actually she's a fake robot. But here's the thing: the personality, the memories, and a lot of this basic stuff she knows. But a lot of stuff she says is definitely true. So they get the outside. And they get the info. They get information. Go to the Star Jewel planet. That's where Valkyrie is, which that we'll talk about in the next episode. Oh yeah, and then she has one more piece of info. Tell Shiki, the mother, the cosmic that he's looking for. She's definitely real, but she has no idea where she is. And she does confirm she has met her once before. That's how she got her powers. Apparently, so in exchange giving her powers, they apparently erase all memory of her location. Like, okay, don't have to say it right away, because if you say it right now, it means series will be over. And at least got praise that is actually good thought process of Hiro Mashima, basically, of doing it, even though manga the anime. And then they leave, and then we have the ending of the chapter. Whereas I was like, now back to my job as a narrator of the series. And that's where the episode ends. It's kind of weird they end that there. It's like, okay, we don't have a scene on the Eden Zero, which was last the previous episode, which is kind of weird. So, my guess is they're probably going to say that for next week. That's probably what they're going to do. Save those few pages to cut out this episode, and they'll probably put it in next week's episode, like finish the 48, and go through... I'd say, presumably, the first, I'd say the first 2 chapters of the Sun Jewel arc. If you're curious to how long Sun Jewel is, it is exactly 20 chapters. And here's the thing. This is episode 18 out of 25. They confirmed this to be 25 episodes. There is exactly 7 episodes left. Yep, 7 more. I mean, could they cover the next 20 chapters in 7 episodes? I don't know. It's possible. It might be possible they might not be able to finish it. Yeah. But I do think the Sun Jewel arc will be the arc where they end the season with. Yes. Yep. So, yeah, that's it for Cyclo View. Stay tuned for... Well, I will probably be putting up another Super Sentai. I'll put it while I'm watching it. I'll put it the 4 videos up. And the next anime we're going to do is going to be Combatants Dispatched, My Hero Academia, One Piece, and Boruto. Until I see the next video will probably be Super Sentai, and then Combatants Dispatched. Okay, next video. Bye.